Do you get controlled by your emotions? I mean, that's got to be one of the biggest questions out there for women, especially. I know myself, my emotions can certainly be a little bit on the um, out of control side at times. I mean, listen, I'm able to admit it. It's not something that I'm proud of all the time, but sometimes my emotions just get, led in a different direction. I'm also that person that, hey, when my emotions are running really, really high, I'll sit down and be eating some ice cream like, there's no tomorrow. Anyway, guys, this is Maria Cestaro, and this is Straight Talk. And I want to talk to you guys about the 7 signs that you're being controlled by your emotions. So, like I said, it's so easy to be controlled by them. It's so easy to feel that something is going on, and you just run with that, and you just are led completely by your emotions. So I'm going to talk about like 7 different things that we can focus in on. And hopefully this allows you to be more in control rather than your emotions controlling you. All right. So one of them is that you procrastinate. Are you a procrastinator? So, and what does that mean? It's the inability to get yourself to do something that you know you should be doing. I mean, listen, I think all of us have a little bit of procrastination inside of us at one point or another, but it doesn't mean that it needs to control you. So, for many of us, sometimes it could just be the simple things around the house that you procrastinate about doing. That's basically an emotion because you're feeling like you just don't want to do it, but there's an emotion behind why you don't want to do it. So that is really something that you need to kind of tune into, like, why is this happening? And usually it's just simply, like I said, because you just don't feel like doing it. And that's actually an emotion. Number 2, you lose your temper easily. That's an emotion. That's you being controlled by your emotion. Sometimes it's the smallest things that can just make you see red. That's something that you're extremely controlled by your emotions. If you're able to lose it like that, that's something you definitely need to be in tune with. Okay. Number 3, you do what is easy or enjoyable instead of what is needed. Easy and enjoyable instead of what is needed. So which one is you? Do you show discipline, and do what's important, or do you give in to the urge to do something else? Right. So that's again, that's an emotion that's controlling. And this is one of the biggest obstacles to your success. So if you're out there and you're trying to move on into another level of your life, a lot of times, if you're taking the easy path, that is one of your biggest obstacles. I know in all my years of, trying to get to where I had wanted to be, it was hard. And there was no just doing the easy way. I had to push through. I had to break through. I had to come to terms with a lot of stuff. So that it will be one of your biggest obstacles. So something you definitely want to work on. Number 4, you repeat your mistakes. One way of knowing that you're driven by your emotions is an inability to change your behavior. So that means that you're not, doing some self-development. There's things out there that can help you and help you grow. There's millions of things out there that can help you, between YouTube, between Facebook, between Instagram. There's so many things that can help you. So definitely, take that into consideration, because when you're constantly repeating what the mistake is, that's something that can truly be detrimental to you in the long run. All right. So if your powers of reasoning were in charge, you wouldn't repeat your mistake. All right. So I want you to hear that. If your powers of reasoning were in charge, you wouldn't repeat your mistakes. Okay. Number 5, you fail to consider the consequences of your actions. That I know a lot of people like that they don't consider what they do as a problem. And You know, when your emotions are calling the shots like that, that can lead you down a very bad path. Okay. So be in control of that. So don't just not, don't just ignore those things. If you allow your emotions to be in control, your tendency will be to make yourself feel better now without concern for the future. Number 6, you frequently regret the things you say and do. Now, come on now, who's out there hearing me right now? You frequently regret the things you say and do. If that's you, your emotions are definitely being in control of you. So how often do you say something that you wish you could take it back later? If that's you guys, really, you need to really focus in on finding some good self-development books and start reading, because when you just go like that, when you just go and say and just put it out there like that, that will become an extremely negative situation for you in the long run. So don't let that come back and haunt you. Okay. Your actions, number 7, your actions are influenced by your mood. Do you make the same decisions regardless of your emotions? Right? So good for you. Those are controlled by their emotions, make different decisions depending on how they feel that day. So emotions can be in so many different ways, right? You could have had a fight with a significant other. You could be angry about what's going on at your kid's school. You could be frustrated with what the government is doing. Right? There's so many things that can get your emotions really riled up, especially right now with the way inflation is going. Finances are a big thing that is leading people's emotions right now. So I'm asking you to, take all this into consideration. If one of the 7 things that I mentioned to you, I really want you to be able to overcome it so you're making the smart decisions. It is important that your decision-making process is clear so that your future becomes everything that you want it to be. Okay, so those are my 7. I'm going to repeat them real quick so that you have them. So number 1 is, if you're being controlled by your emotions, number 1, you procrastinate. Number 2, you lose your temper easily. Number 3, you do what is easy and enjoyable instead of what is needed. Number 4, you repeat your mistakes. Number 5, you fail to consider the consequences of your actions. Number 6, you frequently regret the things you say and do. And number 7, your actions are influenced by your mood. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Join me next week on Straight Talk. This is Maria Cestaro. Have a great day.